Have you ever had someone accuse you of something that made absolutely no sense until you realized they were actually describing themselves?
Dun, dun,
Hey,
dun.
welcome to Did She Just Say That?
I'm Ashley,
And I'm Cheston.
and we are coming to you live. We are on all social platforms. We are on YouTube. We're on, I never get this one right.
It's okay.
YouTube, Spotify, Apple, all the streaming
Amazon, iHeart, all the
platforms.
things.
And I didn't say devices this time.
I know. Well
And
done.
we're also on all socials. So, yeah, Insta, Facebook, TikTok, all the things.
Follow us. Join
hmm
the community.
That's right.
Leave us some feedback. Give us some reviews. It helps. It goes
hmm
a long way.
Absolutely. So, that was a pretty,
I mean,
yeah, I felt that
what
kind
we
of just
what we
coming
talk?
back
Yeah. I forget the name.
of the episode.
Yeah.
Hold, please. That's your stuff, babe.
Babe. So we are talking about projection, projecting. Yeah, I'm sure you've probably already thought of a situation as soon as you heard that
hmm
word of, hmm, yeah, somebody did that to me and da, 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 da. But, and that's probably true. What
hmm
you may come to find out throughout the episode is you may be the one projecting sometimes too. And we're going to talk about it.
hmm Especially an emotional state, the
Yeah,
projection.
yeah.
I thought this was a hard one. This is the one that.
Well, and like when you hear the word
hmm
projection, a lot of times people are thinking like, "Oh, this is a psychology class."
Great.
Um, but it's something that we see every
hmm
single day.
hmm
What do you think of whenever the first thing that you think when you hear projection?
That, I mean, first thing is someone's guilty of something, but they're accusing you of it.
Mhm.
Or,
Mhm.
I mean, that's the first thing that
Oh
comes to
yeah.
mind.
Well, and I don't like this word because I feel like, and I don't hear it as much anymore, but there for a little bit, I feel like people were throwing it around like crazy as narcissist.
hmm
And for some reason when I think of projecting or projection, like sometimes
Yeah.
that's one of my first like, oh yeah, a lot of narcissists do that.
When I hear women or men say, like, they're act like accusing people of cheating, I'm like, that to me, someone's that's very, very, they've either dealt with that before in their lives or
Mhm.
they're doing it themselves and they're thinking
Mhm.
that you're doing it as well. So
Yep.
that's like one of the first things that come to mind.
Yep. Um so like projection is when you take something that you're struggling with
hmm
internally and then you place it onto someone else and you're unwilling or unable to even recognize it
hmm
and see that it's within yourself,
Yeah.
not them.
That's the hard part, I think, of projection is because it is so, it's, it, it's self awareness.
Yeah.
That's the hardest part.
Well, absolutely.
Yeah.
It can be vague.
hmm
It can be emotionally charged. It can be character
hmm
based. Um, it exists because you won't release it internally.
hmm Yeah.
Um, it can be done unconsciously, like
Yeah.
you don't even realize that you're doing it. It can also be done to manipulate, like a
Mm.
manipulation tactic to control a narrative, or to shift the blame
Yeah.
onto someone else.
Mm.
I feel like the controlling the narrative, like, I don't know if it's because it's something that I have dealt with before, some in a
Right.
situation, but like as soon as I heard that, I was like, oh,
Yeah.
um, I can accuse you of lying because I'm being dishonest.
Right.
I may call you selfish because I feel guilty.
Mhm.
I may assume that you're judging me because I'm judging myself.
Oh yeah.
It's less about who you are and more about what's happening inside of me.
Mhm. That's good.
I mean, a lot, and I feel like insecurities
Hmm.
that
Oh
fits in
yeah.
there. We just had this, we didn't. I just had this
I
happen
literally just thought of that story.
the other night.
Hmm.
So goofy. Like, this is, I can't believe I'm even going to admit this on the podcast,
Scary.
but we're being honest. Well, that was weird. I have people ask me all the time if my hair is fake. Never has
Which is
bothered
wild to
me.
me.
Well, but it's never bothered me. I
It
laugh
doesn't
about
look.
it. Well, I mean,
Yeah.
I don't know.
Okay.
It's never been something that
Hmm.
never been a thing. What, I guess because it's long.
Yeah.
Maybe like people are like, oh, people don't grow their hair long anymore, or at my age. I don't know.
Age.
Just be real. Never ever has it
Yeah.
bothered me, anything like that. And we were going somewhere. I decided to wear my hair up, which I never do.
Shania Twain, baby.
Which I did not like. I was thinking the nanny chick, and I was like, oh
Let's go, girl.
Lord, what? But anyways, it was really hot
That's
outside.
a really good
It
impression.
wasn't on purpose.
I love it.
It was really hot outside. I never like fix my hair up. I guess I should
Hmm.
say I'll throw it up in a bun or
Yeah.
whatever, and it is what it is. But I tried to do like a messy bun or something. I don't know what I was trying
It
to
was
do.
cute.
I did not feel confident with it. And on two different occasions, I'm a really good lip reader. Got all those kids, you gotta be able to read lips. And on two different occasions throughout the evening, I saw people saying, but her hair is fake. It bothered me so
We talked
bad
about it for a little while,
for a little bit.
which I was like,
I don't know why it bothered me, but obviously it was an
but
insecurity.
what if she was insecure about her hair?
Well, you do remember somebody that was with it was like, "That girl's hair is fake," and I'm like, "Well, hold on, calm down. Like, we're not
Yeah.
gonna escalate this." It was something that I had to
Yeah.
work through, but it was because of an insecurity. Like, I didn't feel confident with my hair up like
Yeah.
that, and
But also her end too.
but if my hair were down and I saw her lip in that, I would have not even
Yeah.
brought it
But
to
she
the
would have
table.
never. She's probably finding someone to even say that about.
Right. But it's just the projection, the way that
Yeah.
it can be
Yeah.
on so many different
Hmm.
sides, and
Both ways. Yeah.
it could have
Hmm.
been like if I said out loud the thing like on here, like both people were blah blah blah. Both people were that because there were
Sure.
characteristics that were the same in both people that it came,
Hmm.
but that's me projecting back on them,
Hmm.
where realistically it was
Yeah.
obviously an insecurity that I had. But yeah,
Yeah.
I don't know why that one popped up immediately. I
Yeah.
guess because it was
Same. It's
fresh.
fresh. Yeah. Fresh.
Yeah.
Just happened.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Have you ever been accused of being controlling when you were just trying to set boundaries?
Hmm. Absolutely. Oh yeah. I mean, we talk about that one quite a bit
Yeah.
in my life, but yeah,
Um, have you ever been told that you don't care when honestly you care too much?
absolutely.
That one stuck out to me because that happened for me with someone that I mean, there's nothing that they can ever do that will make me not love them.
Hmm.
And they told me that I didn't care about them. And I'm like,
You have no idea.
I probably care too much. And
Hmm.
maybe have, but I knew it was
Hmm.
projecting.
Yeah.
But I mean, we talked about it multiple times because
Right.
it rocked me.
Yeah.
Um, because that's something that is very important to me. And we talk about this stuff, and I never want it to come across like we've got it all together, because we talk about this stuff because either we have done it or we have been dealt it.
Yeah.
And some of the stuff we talk about both.
Or could be going through it in that moment.
There have been some that we
Yeah.
have been going through, and it's like, man, this is
Yeah.
really hard to talk about because
Yeah.
we're in
We're
a
in it.
season of it
Hmm.
that at that time we weren't comfortable to share details. But this stuff is not like that we have it all together. It's things that we feel like aren't talked about enough that we are either, like I said, dealing with, dealt with, or
You're
going
dealing
through it.
they're dealing with it.
And we want to talk about the things
Yeah.
that,
Mhm.
like, I want that person that's sitting there wrestling with all of these insecurities to feel seen.
Yeah.
Not there's something wrong with me. I've got to get this right. And maybe there is still something wrong that you need to work through, but
Mhm.
maybe it'll just jolt something that will push you to do that. Um, those were some of the things that
Mhm.
like that really stuck out to me. But what do you have something that you would feel comfortable
Like
sharing?
projection stuff?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I mean, relationships. Absolutely, like all relationships really in my life. Like with, when I was dating someone, I mean,
Are you talking about romantic relationships right now?
yeah,
Okay.
yeah. But like in all relationships in general, I feel like there's been projection situations. Um, but yeah, I've been accused of things where I'm going like, what? And then come to find out later
Mm.
that there was a
Mhm.
reason they have struggled with that before
Mhm.
in a previous relationship or they were dealing with it in their own world. So, but like with I don't know, my talking about creating boundaries
Mhm.
with, I mean, we talk about it all the time and
Yeah.
with my mom, like and I don't think she would care that I would share this information. That's why I want to be careful about that. But mom and I were navigating a relationship together after my dad has passed. And we are for the first time having conversations and going through things that we've not been through yet. And maybe you're going through this after you've lost a parent as well and trying to navigate the relationship. So hopefully you hear this. But we have been struggling trying to figure out the barriers and and I feel like I'm being controlling with her
Mhm.
and but I'm truly just setting boundaries for myself so that I can be a good version of myself for her.
Mm.
And so by saying things like, please ask me for things rather than demand them, or the way you talk to each other in a respectful manner, like those
Mhm.
are boundaries that need to happen for us to have the relationship.
Yeah.
So absolutely, I felt controlling in that, but also it's like I've heard her say like I hear you, like she's hearing
Mhm.
it, the message.
Mhm.
So I think projections, there's manipulation behind it,
Yeah.
but it can be used for good at times.
Yeah. Yeah.
But that's a whole
Oh yeah. What
mind.
about work projections? I've had some
Mhm.
struggle with maybe like a direct boss because of past.
Oh yeah. Mhm. For sure. We do a lot of stuff like so one of the things like at work that we talk about are your strengths and your so like I'm not
That's very smart.
direct and so I have, people in my department that are and they handle certain things.
Mhm.
I'm the peacekeeper coming in the behind and
Yeah.
I'm the person that comes through and are you good? Like let's talk about it. Like kind of the good cop in the situation, but it works out fine.
Yeah.
But absolutely. Like projecting, oh gosh. I know I've come out of a meeting before and been so frustrated because it was coming at me, going into my next meeting and coming at that person because
Yeah.
I projected all that
Yes.
energy that came my way
Yes.
and I projected it out. And I'm like, hold on. Like, this person's has
Abs-
done nothing to me. They're just trying to get my time for
yeah.
whatever. So, yeah, I feel like in every part of your world, you can have,
Oh, I mean, there are times where I will project onto my kids
yeah,
something from my day,
mm-hmm,
and it's like, hold on a second.
yeah.
They were, yeah,
Person cut you off in traffic. I mean,
mm,
we probably spend a lot more of our time than we think we do projecting,
mm-hmm, yeah,
honestly.
yeah.
But I do think that the self awareness part is being mindful.
Well, I think some of the reasons that people project is shame,
Hmm.
insecurity, fear, guilt,
Yep.
unresolved trauma, pride,
Hmm.
and wounds that they haven't healed. Um,
Absolutely.
People project because admitting the truth is too painful.
Mm. Yeah.
Um, who wants to look at someone and say, I've been lying to you?
Right.
So you accuse them of being a
It's
liar.
harder.
Yeah.
It's easier to
It's easier.
project.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Um,
Because that involves authenticity and real
but there's a
vulnerability.
cost.
Mm-hmm.
It can cost you your marriage,
Mm-hmm.
friendships, your workplace, your church, dating relationships.
Yeah.
Can and I love that you brought this up because I have this in here. Can even cost you relationships with your parent or your children.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah. I just think about how many relationships have been destroyed from
Yeah,
projection.
right.
And I don't mean to make light of that word. To me, it's a heavy word. Like when I think of projection, like
Yeah.
what it looks like, I can't tell you, but it's heavy. That word's
Yeah.
heavy.
Well, once the projection starts,
Hmm.
you're no longer talking to a person.
Right.
You're arguing with someone's fear or someone's insecurity or
Yeah.
someone's past trauma. Like
It's a verb. Hmm.
yes,
Hmm.
yes. And so, I mean, then you start feeling like you've been gaslighted, and what is happening. There's all that confusion for
Yeah.
you in your head.
All those buzzwords come up. Yeah. I
Yeah,
mean, we hear that all the time. People are like, they're a narcissist, and I've been
yes,
gaslighted. Like and I hate to say that people can overuse those words,
100%.
but it all stems from a lot of that from projection. You're
Yeah.
projecting. Yeah. Hmm.
And when you're not healthy, you don't even realize that I mean,
Absolutely. I
you
know,
don't need,
girl.
yeah, you don't need to defend yourself in it though.
Yeah.
You don't need to explain or prove yourself.
Hmm.
Um, Clarity doesn't argue, and truth doesn't require performance.
Oh, say that again, please.
Clarity doesn't argue, and truth doesn't require performance.
Ooh, that's good. I feel like I'm at church. That's good.
That's good.
That's
Can I
good.
get an amen right here?
Amen.
um, your best defense is, when someone is projecting onto you. You want to stay calm. You want to stay
Hmm.
grounded. Don't accept their false
Right.
guilt.
Hmm.
Um, Remember who you are, what your values are, your actions, and your truth. And if they're projecting to a point where you're starting to get confused, like, is this true? Am I doing this stuff? Or where is the truth in this? Start documenting it.
Yeah.
Write it down. Because at some point, there has to be a
Right.
conversation, but you need to be able to keep grounded. And so go back and look. Okay, no, that was
Hmm.
the truth. That is what happened. And it's not that you
Facts.
have to prove it to them. You don't have to
Yeah.
prove your point, but you've got to make sure that you're keeping yourself healthy.
Facts. Facts. Facts.
Yeah. Yep.
Um, this might be controversial.
Okay. I like it. No, not really. We don't do that, but
I
okay.
know, but if you're an empathetic person,
Hmm.
right? Empath. I don't know. Some people think that empaths are that's like witchcraftery stuff.
Oh.
I've heard that before.
Oh, never.
Yeah, people
Okay.
are like, oh, when I think of projection stuff, like I've
Yeah.
heard that. People are like, they think that what is it? The wolf moon and the
Oh.
that poor girl on that date. Anyway, some people think that those are like, you know what I mean, like
Yes.
empaths. Some people look
Yeah.
at that and they're like, oh, but um, I can just say this. I don't know how much I believe in all the things, but I do know what is real and feeling for me is that I can feel projections and I know they're coming at me, and I have a hard time not absorbing that.
Mm.
I absorb a lot more than I care to
Mhm.
like admit.
Mhm.
And so, yeah, that's something I struggle with. Honestly, the projection thing is, yeah, it's heavy. That's why I said
It,
that earlier. It's heavy.
yeah.
Yeah.
For me, I have to, and you know this about
Mhm.
me. I have to step back and think. So I'm like, hold on. Did I do that? Did
Yeah.
I say? And you're like, Chesson, that is not what. And I'm like, but let me double check
Mhm.
because
Yeah.
I am an overthinker,
Mhm.
and it's so crazy because I'm not a perfectionist in so many ways,
Yeah.
but with my character,
Mhm.
like, I wanna be the first one to be like, "Hold on, no, I messed up." Like, give me the
Yes.
opportunity, let's talk
Accountable.
about it. I
Mhm.
wasn't always like that. Um, but whenever I'm not sure where the truth is, because I'm like, "Where's
Mhm.
the truth?" It really
Yeah.
messes with me.
Yeah.
Um, and I've had to hold on, let me go back and look through this text thread with the text thread you never wanna have to look back through,
Yep.
or let me go back in my journal because Ashley's like, "Chessa, know this," and I'm like, I don't know, like, because
Right.
this is what's being said to me,
Mhm.
um, but you have to stay grounded to remember who you
Mhm.
are, so
That's key.
yeah,
I'm
and
trying to think what I learned in therapy. She was talked about when someone's projecting on you or speaking to you and it's not truth, you almost have to like pretend that there is a clear like boundary around you. As
mhm,
those words hit you, they fall
yeah,
instead of you welcoming them and opening yourself to them. And so when that's
yeah,
happening, I have to literally take myself to a place where no, I'm not. I'm gonna shield. I'm shielding myself from it.
yeah,
And so those are just some.
it's not easy,
No, it's not at
always,
all. Especially people pleasers or people that want to create the peace and
mhm,
and keep peace. Those tend to be people that have a hard time with that
yeah,
too. So
yeah,
absolutely. Oh yeah.
so
Mm,
it's real easy to talk about it on that side and to listen and like I said, to think you can already think of
hmm
a situation, someone has projected or you've dealt with maybe even some trauma from it. But let's flip the mirror around.
Wish I had a little mirror.
I know, right? I have had some hard realizations when I've projected my past onto people
Hmm.
who did not live there to receive it. So, as much as we talk about people projecting onto
Yeah.
us, and you kind of said this earlier in there, we probably do it way more than we think we do. Um,
Unintentionally. Yeah.
I've assumed motives. I've read into silence that I didn't need to. I've expected someone to hurt me because someone else did before.
Hmm.
Um, I've interpreted actions through old wounds. I
Yeah.
I have absolutely projected in many other ways. That's just a few
Hmm.
examples. Um, but
Yeah.
sometimes when we talk about this kind of stuff, it's always, yeah, that happened to me or somebody did that to me. We want to go a step further because we want to be healthy.
Hmm.
We want to be
Unpack
growing.
it.
We want to
Hmm.
unpack the hard stuff so you're not staying in that rut and stuck
Yeah.
and feeling like you're all alone. So we want to look in the mirror too. When have I done this? When have I been the
Hmm.
cause of the situation because I projected?
Yeah.
Um, and if you're doing the work and you're trying, it's probably from unhealed wounds. It's
Yeah.
not malicious. It's not those things, but sometimes it is, and
Hmm.
you need to check yourself if that's what it is.
Yeah.
'Cause you're just going around hurting people, and
Yeah. Hurt people hurt
yeah,
people.
that's not okay. But sometimes it could be that you still have. Yeah, I tried to.
That giggle makes me nervous.
Yeah, I'm just. Oh, here we go. I tried to date when I was not ready to date, and
Oh,
I mean,
girl.
was that not
Don't
a
we
hot
all?
mess
Don't we
express?
all?
I
I
had no
mean,
business trying to date.
I talked to someone for a short minute and had really good intentions of I'm communicating and I'm telling you all the things and here's where I'm at. And I
Hmm.
felt that I put all my cards on the table. And still, it looked like in the very end that I was being malicious or not myself. And I'm like, you don't know how hard I tried to like be very real. Like, probably the most upfront and honest I've ever been in any type of
You
situation.
had no business being in this situation, though.
No.
Yeah,
So, again,
yeah.
short lived, but I had no ill will. and it turned out that person. So I'm like, projecting question mark?
Yeah.
I don't know.
For me, mine was more of my nervous system was pretty
Mhm.
regulated, but some of the projecting that was coming out made me turn and one, totally messed me up, but two, I wasn't handling things
Mm.
the way I know
Yeah.
in that stage of life. This has been a few months, but in that stage of life that I would have normally handled
Right.
them. Um, and it was like, okay, yep, I still have no business trying to do this. Just
Yeah. If you are already going into, we go back to this all the time. If you're already going into the dating world and you're already thinking, because I've done this before plenty of times, heartbroken already. You're not over the heartbreak from before, and you're carrying that into it. You're going to project. It is
Mhm.
almost impossible not to,
Yeah.
unless you are healed in that spot where you can start fresh and start new.
Mhm.
How many times? Oh my gosh, I can't tell you how many times I have carried over previous relationship drama and heartache and burn and hurt and carried it right into the next thing. And it's like that person didn't even have a daggone chance, you know?
Yes.
So,
Yeah, and you don't think about it. It's like, oh, well, they did this and they did that. And I think I called Ashley and I was like, yeah, I mean there were reasons. Like I'm not downplaying that, but I was like, I, I had no business trying to do that.
yeah.
Like what was I
And look, I was
thinking?
loving you through all of it. I was like, girl, just,
That's fine.
it's
It's fine.
fine. Yeah.
Oh,
It happens more often than not.
yes. Well, I wrote down this. It says, should we focus on healing and changing our situations to keep from projecting? Healing requires confession and sometimes humility.
Mm, hmm. Yeah.
And I probably should have told them, like, I'm not ready to date.
That's okay.
Um, but I
Yeah.
didn't.
Well, and sometimes too we think we can just sometimes we look to people for other people to heal us sometimes.
Oh,
I think
that's.
this will heal what heartbreak and hurt I
Don't you
have.
think that's the type of projection though?
That's
Because it
projection.
is the
Absolutely
hurt from,
projection.
yeah.
Yes, it is projection.
Mm.
And that is a lot of pressure to put on someone.
That
You're gonna heal my heart. I hope you can
that
sew real good.
that Jesus' job.
That's right.
That's for
What was
Jesus.
it? What was the little meme it says? Unless Jesus comes down and says, "Hey, I gotta tell you about my homeboy,"
Right.
then I'm not ready.
Right. Yeah. Doors closed.
Door is closed.
Seats taken.
You can't sit
You
here.
can't sit here. What else do you think about projection?
This topic is just so. There's so many levels of it.
Oh, this is very surface level, which you guys can probably pick up on. The deeper that it got, I just did not feel like we
Hmm.
were equipped enough to go. We would need to bring somebody on.
Yeah.
I would love to revisit this
Hmm.
on a deeper
Hmm.
level.
Bring someone that's like
And honestly,
experienced. Yeah.
some of it hit. It
Hmm.
hit too deep to be able
Hmm.
to
Yeah.
say, let's talk about this in front of whoever wants to watch. Um, I tell Ashley all the time that I'm like, I think we're both getting more comfortable sharing and stuff on the
Hmm.
podcast. I was like, but man, we're either setting ourselves up for a great love story or horrible
Our
failure
people are like, they
because,
are so crazy. We can't even.
well, they're going to get all of our insecurities. And so it's like, they go, you go use
We're
this
gonna use
against.
them. You know, insecurities.
Or they're like, yeah, that's a hot mess. I don't want to be a part
Yeah.
of. Or it's like, okay, I know all this stuff and I think I can handle that.
Yeah.
Like, we're one way or
I
another.
mean, if you are seriously like someone could really really play this really well
Oh, they
and
come.
use that against their advantage, or they can completely mess with. Because then we're gonna go to this. We're gonna say, "You remember that episode? We gotta
Oh,
hold on for
we
a
called
second."
ourselves out.
We called ourselves out.
Yeah.
We did.
So, to wrap all of this up, this week, instead of asking, well, who's projecting on me? They just projected on me. They,
Mm-hmm.
blah, blah, blah. Like what we would normally do. Let's ask, are there any ways where I'm projecting onto someone else? Because if you want to be treated
Mhm.
better, then you treat better. If you want different reactions, react differently.
Mhm.
So just take that with you this week.
If you want to gain respect, give respect.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So just instead of always looking at what everyone like,
Can do for
where
you. Yeah.
where am I projecting onto someone? Maybe it's my kids, maybe it's my parents, maybe
Mhm.
it's my boss or my coworker or my employees.
What is it? It's not what you can do for me, it's what you can do for your country. Isn't that
Yep.
good? So,
Definitely. Well, you just got you a reel.
I know.
You knew it too,
No, I
didn't you?
didn't. I didn't think I said it right.
You didn't. That's why it's
Okay.
going to be a reel.
Oh, great.
Yeah, it's going to be great.
Mm.
So yeah.
It's a good topic, sis.
Let's flip the script and see what comes up.
Yeah.
I think that healing begins the moment that we stop assuming everyone else is the problem,
Mhm.
and the reason we need to understand most of it is ourselves.
Yeah.
That's who we need to understand the most is ourselves. So if you're like, no, everybody else is doing it and I'm perfect, that might be where you start
That's a good,
is
yeah.
on you.
Yeah.
Put your focus on you. Not saying that you may be in a situation where it is all
Mhm.
projected onto you and you are very much so. I don't, if you notice, we did not use this word one time in the episode, and I was so glad, victim. But there are
Mhm.
some situations where you may be the victim.
Yeah.
Um, that's totally different.
And
But
there are times when you need to remove yourself from people and situations because the projection is coming at you so much that you're just like I can't if it's causing you angst and your system out of
yes,
whack,
yeah,
maybe it's time either have the conversation with them and talk about that what's happening or
just know you
remove
could
yours.
be, it could go south.
It could go south real quick. Or and if it does, then if you need to remove yourself from that situation and that person, sometimes that's the best thing you can do.
Yeah, yep,
But I like that. Take a look at yourself.
yeah. Start with you. That's okay. It's
Yeah.
okay to start with you. You don't always have to like look in the. You need to look in the mirror.
Start with you. That's good.
Hmm.
Could be the
Yep.
name of our podcast.
Well, that's all.
That's all we got, folks.
That's all I got to say about that.
And remember, you
You always
always
have
have a
a
seat
seat
at
at
our
our
table.
table.
We're getting better at that.